Okay, so it's now been probably a couple of weeks, really, since the last little snippet of video, because we had a nice long cold snap here, but finally got the engine into where I want it to be. It required lots of cutting of the firewall and the transmission tunnel, but here it is in the car. Now, the crank bolt is lined up to the center of the car. Sometimes engines have good things to go off of, like usually you think an inline engine, the spark plug tubes would be good to go off of. That's not always the case. These ones are actually offset to the left side, maybe quarter to a half an inch, so that wouldn't work to go off of. So the main thing is your crank bolt, because that's always the center of the engine, or at least the center of the output, which then goes to the center of the transmission, and then transmission then sends it back. But, so once you get it in there, you need to level it. Now, a bubble level suffices to do the job, because really a degree or two off of perfectly flat across the top isn't gonna hurt things. Now, if you have a V engine, you're gonna have to try and find a flat surface. And if you have a slant engine, well, I mean, it's slanted already, so a few degrees isn't gonna hurt anything. But before you go and put your mounts in, you need to make sure that you don't have any interference issues or things are gonna collide. Over on this side of my engine, this is the exhaust side, I'm not gonna have anything over here besides the exhaust that's going to be made and then dump tube and downpipe for the turbo. So I don't really have to worry about where I put the mounts here and connecting it up to the plate here, because there's nothing else that has to run through here. On the other side, however, you have, at least I have, and most people will, a steering rack input. Now that's gonna go up and connect to your firewall somewhere, which I don't have a steering column in this car. I'm gonna do a custom one, so I'm not necessarily worried about the output, but I know I can't put my mount like right here, because then you're gonna have a U-joint here, and it's not gonna work. So for this side, I'm gonna space the mount out this way and connect it from there up to my plate here. That way I can run my steering shaft under the mount and up to wherever my column outputs. So now, we just have to put it all in. And this little clamp is to preload it so that it stays level. If I take that off, it shifts a little bit to the side, but just a little bit of pressure one way, and it leveled right out. Now, with that notch that we just put in it, with the hole saw that's sized exactly to what size your universal bushing sleeve is, I mean, you can't really get a much better fit than that. This is for the other side, obviously, because I just welded in the other one, but just a test fit to make sure that everything assembles together before I stick my head in the engine bay. So now, figure out what angle this end needs to go at to line up with the plate on the block. Now, after lots of trial and error, that is the steep angle that makes this, once notched there, fit like it should. You don't want too much space in here. A little is okay, because you're gonna weld it, it's gonna melt, and you almost want a little bit of space so you can get really good penetration, but you don't really want a ton. But clean up all your edges. That way, when you weld it, it penetrates and flows really, really well. But as you can see this on there, and it fits up very, very nice. Now all you gotta do is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tack it in there in a few places with my MIG welder, take it out, and then TIG around it, because my TIG can go a higher amperage, therefore I can get better penetration on the thick, heavy stuff. Alrighty, well, you saw me make this one. So that's all tacked in, ready to go. And then I went about and made this one, tacked this one in. If you notice, my steering input versus where the mount is, that means I'll have enough space to actually pass the steering shaft underneath the mount and not have an interference issue. If you look at it from the front, you notice the mounts look completely different, but that's just because I wanted enough space to fit that steering shaft through. So now that I have it all tacked together and whatnot, I have to pull the engine again so I can drop the subframe, finish weld those out, and finish the engine mounts. Alright, well, my camera died as I was finishing welding these up, but got the bases all welded onto the subframe, finished welding out both of the engine mounts all the way around, and I went through and cleaned up the tabs on the